Alright, so what's up guys? I just got home from work. I finished a little bit early and I figured, you know what, I'm dirty already, kind of sweaty, so might as well go ahead and do this, swap these out. What I got for the truck, I should have gotten these originally when I did my 20x12s. Not to say that I regret the decision that I made with the ones that I purchased, but I think these will look a little bit better, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get these swapped out. I just went ahead and got the truck unhooked from the trailer. I'm gonna drive down to my uncle's house, which is right down the road, like across the street, since he has a cement driveway and mine's a gravel. And well, putting a truck up on jack stands with the jack, it can get sketchy on gravel, to say the least. And I figured while I was in there, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this one little clip on a brake pad that I got, that it keeps on bending in and rubbing the rotor, so I'm just gonna cut it off. They'll just have to hold on to I'll just have to hold on to this set of disc brakes for right now. I plan on doing the power stop kit here soon. Hopefully that'll keep me from warping rotors. With the 33s and towing the trailer, it's a 14-foot dual axle trailer with mowers on there. I tend to warp rotors pretty quickly, especially with the old trailer plug that I used to have. I would always lose trailer brake connection. I just swapped mine out right now, and I'll go ahead and show you guys the one that I got. So in case you guys have similar problems, you guys can swap it out to this one. But I figured while I had the truck up on jack stands, I'd go ahead and show you guys what it is that I did for my Norcal, or like my mini Norcal, to fit these 20x12 hostile sprockets with the negative 44mm offset and wrapped in 305/55 R20 BFG KO2s. So the tires basically equal out to a 33.2x12, and it's on a 1.5 inch lift, so 3 inch lift up front, 1.5 inch lift in the rear, on my 04 Tundra double cab limited with 4x4. So I'll show you guys the trailer plug real quick, and then we'll head down, get the truck up on jack stands, and I'll probably do one axle at a time and get these swapped out, and I'll show you guys what it is that we're throwing on. So stay tuned. Let me show you guys the trailer plug that I got. It's a Mick Tuning dual blade, or they call it like a self-cleaning blade, 7-way trailer plug. You can kind of see. So these clamp around the terminals for the truck's 7-way, and so far I drove all day today. You know, all light connections were working. My constant issue was my running lights on the trailer would either lose connection or my trailer brakes would. So that's why these rotors, they didn't last at all before they got warped. So with all the rolling mass of the 33s and the weight of the trailer, yeah, there was just no hope for them. So like I said, hopefully here soon we'll upgrade to a power stop kit, and I'll show you guys when I do that too, and kind of give you guys my opinion on it. But for now, let's go ahead and drive the truck down there and get it up on jack stands. Gotta love that sound. Alright, so here it is. The little wear sensor on that pad was again folded in, so hopefully I won't be hearing any more squeak. But like I said, this is not a professional Norcal by any means, so take it easy on the judgment. So with my setup, I cleared the front, no problems, don't rub up there. In the rear, I had to trim a tad bit of the fender liner on the inside. This piece of metal, it basically ends up being flush over here, so all I did was cut a slit right here. This piece of metal was flush over here. Sorry, I didn't realize I was recording like that way. So just cut a slit right here, cut a slit back over here, hammered that back. Here's the pinch weld. The pinch weld I pretty much grinded flush. I actually ended up having to come back and clean it up a little bit with the reciprocating saw, and then all I did was just trim the wheel well liner. I had the clip in there, but it ended up falling out. Trimmed the wheel well liner back here, and I actually ended up just tucking it behind the piece of metal that I smashed back. Some people will leave it up front and then just screw it in. I had this painted, so it was a little bit cleaner, like I said, just from me rubbing, because I do rub in reverse pretty good. It's pretty much just rubbed the paint off. I will kind of show you the driver's side. I think the driver's side turned out a little bit cleaner, which it just so happened to be that it was the second side that I did. So there you can see pinch weld is cut pretty much flush, hammered back, fender flare trimmed, and wheel well liner trimmed. And like I said, cleared up front, no problem. So I had a set of locking lug nuts, and I went ahead and threw on some spiked lug nuts. I originally thought I ordered chrome. I ended up ordering some black ones. I didn't really feel like returning these, so I'm just gonna leave them on. I think they look way better than the locking set. These Hostile sprockets were like my favorite set of wheels. Like I was dead set on getting a set of these. You can kind of see the old set of lug nuts that I had. I was dead set on getting these wheels, and one of my favorite things about them was the small cap. So you had the option of exposed lug nuts, and I got the locking set because obviously these wheels and tires cost me a decent amount of money, so I wanted to, you know, at least slow down in honesty. So I got those. At first I would always kind of see these spike lug nuts, and one of my buddies got a set, and I really liked the way they looked on his truck, and he had some Hostiles too, so went ahead and swapped them out. Let me get this last wheel back up on there. It's the only wheel that I removed, but yeah, these things are freaking heavy, so I'm gonna try to get this back up on there. And as everybody knows, with the first gens, the front studs are kind of short, so it always makes things a little more interesting. All right, guys, let me wrap this up, and I will get the truck down off the jack stands and torque everything. Rear wheels got torqued to 85 foot-pounds. I believe owner's manual is like 83, but I just do 85 because I throw a bit of an extension on it. So, and I threw a little bit of Loctite on them since they are aftermarket lugs, and this is the first time that I'm gonna use them. I don't really trust them, so just to be sure and cover my ass, that one doesn't back off. So let me get this all undone. And there you can kind of see too while I'm in here, SPC upper control arm, full suspension is at full droop, and it still doesn't hit the coil spring. So for anybody that's considering keeping their stock upper control arm with a 3-inch lift, it's a no-go, dude. At 2.5 inches, the stock upper control arm is maxed out. So at 3 inches, go aftermarket. SPC is a great option. So let me wrap this up, guys. So there's that, and that'll wrap it up. Let's see which side I can get the best lighting in. I know it's going to be hard to see them. So there are the spiked lug nuts. I originally thought I ordered black. I didn't realize in the ad description. I originally thought I had ordered chrome. I didn't realize it in the ad description. In very, very small font, it said that they were black, which is kind of retarded because the whole ad, all the pictures on the ad were chrome spike lug nuts, and then the same manufacturer does sell chrome lug nuts, and on their chrome lug nuts ad they have all pictures of black lug nuts. So I was like, what the heck? But oh well, it's already done. I don't feel like taking these back off, so I thought my squeak on my brakes were from my passenger side. Now I'm hearing it from my driver's side. It's starting to get really, really annoying. I didn't take off that wheel though, so it is what it is. I'll deal with it when I get the power stop kit, which will hopefully be here like towards the end of this month or something. A little touch, probably be more of a pain in the ass now to wash, so I'll probably have to end up getting like some wheel brushes or something, because I'm sure that sticking my hands all in there with the microfiber mid is going to get painful fast. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. There's that video, like I said, on the how-to, the Norcal. Anybody that's considering doing it, if you like the look, just go for it. Don't be scared to trim up your truck. It'll be fine. It's not like it's gonna have like a freaking rebuild title or like a salvage title or something like that. Once you trim it, you'll be perfectly fine. If you do a good enough job and you take your time, you can basically make it to where somebody that doesn't know what they're looking for, they wouldn't even realize that it's there if you saw a truck down the road with like stock wheels or something like that. I personally don't plan on getting rid of this truck, so I don't really give a fuck. And like I said, for anybody that knows that's been looking, there really aren't any videos for first gen Tundras. I mean, there are some. I think I've seen like one of a guy that tucks like 35s on a level on a pre-runner setup with like aftermarket method wheels, and he trimmed a crap ton. So this is a little bit less than that. Like I said, some will choose to trim a little bit more so that they don't rub. I personally don't mind the rub in reverse. I've already gotten used to it. If I can back up trailers, it's definitely drivable. So that's it for today, guys. We're gonna end it here. I'm freaking tired. Trying to have some dinner, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh yeah, and hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it, and subscribe and share the video.